We're only 23 days away from the National now, and things are really starting to heat up. I've got my list of cards that I want, and I've got my box of cards that I'm bringing to the National. In the next couple of videos, we're going to go through all of this stuff, but today is going to be my want list for the National and the 7 cards that I am most looking for. So let's get into it. The best thing about the National is you never know what you're going to find. You can make a list of your top 10 cards you want or however many cards you're looking for, and by the time you get to the National, within the first 10 tables, you're going to see cards you never even knew existed and that you need. So that's what I think is so cool about the National is if you go in there with a list, it's so fun to just go day by day and start checking stuff off as you slowly accumulate the stuff that you're looking for, and you've been searching years, weeks, months, or even decades for it, for a matter of fact. But for me, I've got my list of 7 cards, and then we're going to get into it right here. Starting off at number 1, there's a card that I've been looking for since I was a kid. It was a card that I wanted, but it was always too expensive, always wanted it, and I could never afford it. It was in 2011 Topps. That was the diamond anniversary of Topps. That was their 60th year being in business, and they did something very special for that. So they had the diamond anniversary one-of-ones that had a diamond embedded in the card. I'll pop one up right here. And I'm really looking for a Minnesota Twins player from that set. Obviously, I'm not going to throw out huge bucks to get like a Joe Mauer or Justin Morneau from one of those sets, but it'd be so cool to get like a Tsuyoshi Nishioka or a Danny Valencia from that 2011 Topps. Just one of those kind of like smaller Twins, but what's so cool about those cards is they're one-of-one, and they have an actual diamond embedded into the card where the team's logo would normally be. Very cool card. One that I've been looking for forever, and the one that actually popped up on the screen was a Carl Pavano. That one sold for like $200 on eBay, and I've been kicking myself the last 5 weeks since that one sold because I wanted that card so bad, and I just didn't think it was worth that. But now, looking at some previous sales and some sales after that, I probably should have bought that, as there's some no-name players that have gone for like $300 to $500. So really want to find that. That is probably the number 1 card that I want to find at the National for a in terms of baseball, I guess I'd say. But let's move into number 2. No shock here. Number 2 is going to be Justin Patton. Who's going to have that at the National? I don't know, but I know somebody has his immaculate Logo Man autograph rookie one-of-one. Somebody sent me a picture of it at a card show in, I think it was North Carolina or South Carolina earlier this year, and the dealer wanted like $1,200 for it, which obviously is a little too much, but who knows? Obviously, that is the main card that I'm looking for Justin Patton, but if I can find it in a value box, or if anybody at the show sees it, feel free to DM me. I will pay a finder's fee if you land me to a one-of-one and I'm able to make a deal on it, or even a gold out of 10. That'd be really cool. Still looking for his Prism Gold from his rookie year 2017 Prism, but would love to land one of those. My goal going into the year was to land 2 new Justin Patton one-of-ones. I've already landed 1 this year. It was his Prism Emergent Black. Really nice card, PSA 9. Got that one for like $60, which was just a steal in my mind. But still looking for a couple more one-of-ones this year. I'd love to add some more. So if you see any of those at the show, shoot me a DM at Minigraphs99, and I will definitely hook you up if we can make a deal with the person who has the card. Number 3 is going to be no shock to any of you guys who've been watching my channel or following me on any of my socials for any amount of time, but I'm looking for Minnesota Twins, Logo Mans, bat knobs, bat barrels, and letter patches. Would love some cool stuff like that just to throw into the PC. Got a couple examples here I can show, but overall would love to get some like smaller name players from like the mid 2000s to like the late 2010s, like maybe like probably 2005 to 2015, anything in that 10-year window. Would love to find some stuff, but like stuff like this, we'll pop it out so we can just get a little better view. But would love to find like a Carlos Correa bat knob, something like this. So bat knobs of any Twins players would be really cool. And then would also love to find some more Logo Men. Got 2 Minnesota Twins Logo Men right here. You got Scott Baker. Awesome looking card. Got that one signed myself through the mail. And then, of course, the Joe Mauer Logo Man. Getting some bad glare here with the window, but still really cool. Want to add some more Logo Men of Minnesota Twins players. Always looking for those. And then something that I have actually not had many of, but I've got one right here. I've got a Torrey Hunter one-of-one game used bat barrel. This has got like the Louisville Slugger trademark, so I'm looking for stuff like this of Minnesota Twins players. If you see this at the National, again, shoot me a DM. I will send a finder's fee if you help me get a deal done. So really cool stuff right there. Would love to add a couple more of those. And best part about being a Twins fan and not like a Yankees or a Dodgers fan is a lot of this stuff is considerably cheap. Like, it's not cheap, like you're not gonna find it in a value box, but This stuff is all under like $200-300 for the most part, outside of the Mauer, obviously. But really looking for stuff like that. That would be absolutely amazing if I could land like a Logo Man and one of those like by the name letter plate patches from that they do in like Top Series 1, 2, and update every year. Would love to add one of those. So hoping for that, hoping for the best. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Up next is actually a card that I already have that I will have on my want list, but I'm just looking for an upgrade. So right here is my 1953 Topps Jackie Robinson. You can see right here, it's got a ton of paper loss on the top right there. This was taped to a wall, to some kid's wall in the 50s, and you can tell that it got pulled off with the tape and the tape ripped down. So this is a SGC 1, kind of has the old SGC slab right here where they did the grades out of 100. So this out of 10, which translates to a 1 in today's grading standards, but would love to upgrade this to like a better one, or just a card that has a little better eye appeal. This is one of my favorite Topps cards of all time, probably a top 3 Topps card of all time, and just need to upgrade that one. So cool of a card. Or card number 1 from the 1953 Topps set, so always cool card. One of the best players of all time, and would love to pair this next to my Jackie Robinson cut autograph. In 2020 Topps update, there was a very rare set called Reverence, and a couple players had some patch autographs in it. The card that I'm after the most, though, is a Joe Mauer card, no shock. But the reason this card is so cool is it features the image of him behind home plate with his catcher's gear on and his catcher's helmet in his hand in his final game, the game that I attended, one of my favorite sporting events I've ever been to. And this card, I've seen a couple of them go on eBay, just never really made a play on them. They go for like $200-ish, so really hoping for the best on finding one of those. I know a couple local Minnesota guys have those, and they just will not let them go because these cards are absolute ghosts, and when they pop up, they go quick. So really would love to find that, and that one is another one on my list that I'm after. I've got actually a couple comps right here of some previous ones that have sold in the last 2 years. Can't zoom in on them, unfortunately, because on the Terra Peak product research on eBay, they don't let you click into it if it's over 90 days old, but still can kind of see an image right there. Maybe screenshot it, zoom in if you want to take a closer look, but a really cool card with a great story behind it for me personally. And at the number 6 spot, nothing special, but a card that I know that I will come home with. How about the Kalin Coe Kaboom? This is from the Panini Stars and Stripes set, and this one is just really cool for me being a Twins fan and knowing that he's going to be up with the big league very soon. Would love to get that one signed maybe at Twins Fest this season, or when he gets up to the Saints in AAA, head out to a game at CHS Field and try to get that one signed. I think that'd be really cool. Starting to build a nice little collection of Minnesota Kabooms that I've gotten signed myself. I have obviously the Karl-Anthony Towns one and the Walker Jenkins one that I got signed at Twins Fest last year, but gotta add Kalin. I think he's gonna be really, really good, and I'm just excited to watch him play. He's been mashing in AA, just got the call up to AA actually. So excited for that, and excited for trying to find that card at the National and the challenge that that will bring. And then finally, this card that I put on the list at number 7, my final card that I'm looking for at the National, is kind of a weird one. Definitely not one that everyone's looking for, but I really want to find a Ricky Rubio flawless, an early flawless, like a 2012, 13, or 14 flawless would be really, really cool to me. I really want like a chunky patch. Doesn't need to be autographed, but would be a nice added bonus if it was signed. And for me, Ricky Rubio was my first favorite NBA player ever. I remember on my 11th birthday, I got to go to an autograph signing at Fan HQ at the Ridgedale Mall that Ricky Rubio was doing, and I got a rookie card signed in 8x10. And that was one of like my first true basketball autographs that I kind of remember getting. So would be really cool to land one of those. I know they have those like in 2012, the inaugural Prism year. I think it actually might be 13. Yeah, it's 13. They have those patches where it's just a chunky patch and like a image of the player above. That'd be a rookie for Rubio with the lockout that happened in that season prior. So would be really nice to land one of those. Overall, though, just want a cool patch, maybe a cool Timberwolves patch. Obviously going to have to be a Timberwolves card, but if I can find a patch that has like a part of the wolf from Jersey or something along the lines of that, I would be really excited to find that. But overall, those are the top 7 cards that I am going into the National looking for. And for me, if I had to choose one that I could get, out of that list, I'd probably want to just upgrade my Jackie. This is what's just one of my all-time favorite cards, and this card is just too cool. I hate that it's missing that kind of like upper part of the B on the Brooklyn on his hat, so really want to upgrade that one. But we will just wait and see. And I appreciate every single one of you guys for watching this video. And if you could do me a huge favor, let me know in the comments what you are looking for at the next card show you go to, whether that's a local card show, Dallas, the National, Fanatics Fest, whatever that may be, whatever card show you're going to go to. Let me know what you're looking for or one of your favorite cards you picked up, and we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.